Ah, gotcha.
All right, so do you have the little backing track there that's, E right here? Just go and try to play that.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I never tried the E minor actually. Shit. I was only doing the major for let's see. Wait, where's the
Do you know how to get here?
Yeah, I'm clicking the link right now to the website.
All right. So you can kind of go to a shortcut is going to be 3.virtualguitarlesson.com, because remember there's like a hub, and then there's like the separate websites for each
Okay.
level. So we're on
All
level
right.
3 already.
All right. Let's see.
From there you just click student access.
You have been practicing A minor a lot. That's usually like I
Yeah.
always end up practicing A minor a lot. I feel like everyone does.
Well, it's a good key.
Yeah, yeah. E minor.
E minor is also good for guitar. That's starting to become my go-to key.
Oh, really?
E minor.
Huh.
So let's see how it goes here.
All right, let's see.
Okay. So that was good, you know, in terms of moving around between the octaves and stuff. That's good. You have a nice, there's not too many notes, so you're kind of playing around with them all. But there are two things that you kind of might want to be thinking about here. Drew a little purple line around it. The first thing here is the rhythm, right? But following the rhythm of the actual track.
Yeah, yeah.
See, if you do that, what's going to happen?
Oh, if I do that, it's just flows better. I feel like.
It's going to mesh with it, you know? It's going to feel like
Yeah.
those two things fit together. What you play and what the track is doing. It feels like a song, you're putting it together. If you kind of make your own rhythm patterns and you kind of go off and do that, like you could do that sometimes. It's not like you have to do the following the track, but it seems like you kind of playing this separate thing and the song is doing this, right?
Yeah, it does.
And that's
it does.
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe next time we could try that. Also, the other thing here is I noticed the second thing here.
Play chords. Yeah.
Yeah, double stops
I was
or
trying to
three.
find the chords, but like it's hard to like. I could find the chords for like the ones up here, but I haven't really been paying much attention to like this half of the fretboard.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, all you need to do is connect two notes. You just instead of playing two notes separately, just try to play them together.
Okay.
All right. You want to try doing some of this stuff on the next one? Let's go ahead and do one of the majors. So why don't we try F major? Oh, right on. This is a Katy Perry track. Woo. All right. It's gonna be go ahead and try it there. Yeah. Are we on the F?
Right here. So I gotta find
It's
that
13 right there.
13.
One past the 12th fret.
Alright.
So let's try doing that there in F. Yeah, same concept. Just kind of follow along with the track and like the rhythm of the track and try to like connect two notes together sometimes.
Alright.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Let's see, what is that? Damn, why am I so slow at this?
It's alright. Do you think you could turn the music on the track down just a little bit there?
Yeah.
Right on.
Right there?
That's pretty good. Let's see.
Could lower it more.
I mean, I just need to hear your guitar over that.
Is that good?
You can turn the track up maybe like one more notch up.
Right there?
Yeah, let's try that. Go for it. Actually, can you turn the track up maybe two more notches? There you go. Let's try that. Okay, here, let's pause this for just a second here. I'm gonna help you out a little bit here with the rhythm. So instead of trying to play along with the track right now, can you like maybe tap it out or clap it out or
All right. Yeah.
the rhythm of the track? Go ahead and try that along with it.
Like just with my hands, don't play the guitar?
Yeah, just kind of maybe clap either, I got a drum here or on the table or something that I can hear, what you're drumming.
All right.
Turn the music down one notch. One notch down. Sorry. There you go. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, so that's just the pulse, but what about the rhythm?
Oh, I see what you mean.
This is better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Now, can we do that on your guitar as you're playing?
Like play along to it?
Play along with those, with that beat. Use that beat for whatever notes you're going to play. It doesn't matter what the notes are, just use the beat. And you could try putting this at maybe, halfway or something at 1 minute and a half.
Try to what?
You try putting the music back a little bit, because it's probably almost done.
Like there?
Yeah, just start it halfway through or something.
Yeah, it's hard to hear you.
Oh. Maybe try to put it halfway through or so.
Halfway through?
Yeah. So you get another minute or so. Go for it. And so right now we're not really playing along with the rhythm here. Go ahead and try to keep that rhythm up as you're playing these notes. You started off good.
Alright. Yeah, it's hard.
How about you try it with just one note?
What's up?
Try it with just one note.
Yeah, it's hard to hear you.
You can't hear me?
Nah.
Is that better?
Yeah. It's just hard to hear you with the...
Oh, with the track going on? Okay, I gotcha. Just try to do it with just one note.
Just one note?
Yeah, with just one note.
Alright.
Because you were doing it good with your hands.
Yeah. Like that?
Okay, it's pretty close, but it's not really quite the rhythm, but it's close enough. So
Wait, what'd you say?
it's pretty close to the rhythm, although it's not really quite exactly like that. It's close enough though. So try to clap it out again. See, I'll clap it for you here. Check this out.
Alright.
I'll put it somewhere halfway through, right? Let me get my... Jesus. That's so loud. Okay, 1 second. I gotta sort of adjust this a little bit here. Turn the volume down there. Let me get my little drum out here.
Alright.
Alright, so it should be like... Jesus. 1 second. 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 1 sec was kind of like that, right? I'll try to do it with the track. That's simple there, right?
Yeah.
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Da, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'll try it with the guitar. Just one note, right? See, you can kind of do it with these couple of notes here. I'll play just a little bit with it.
Sounds good.
Alright, so just want to try to, I'm just playing random notes, right? But I'm trying to stick with the rhythm of the song.
So like,
do you want to try to tap out the rhythm again? Usually people tend to struggle with like exact rhythms. Like you can kind of get close to the rhythms, but let's see if you can get the exact rhythm of this. Try to tap it out with the music again here. What you were doing before. Okay, so that's pretty close.
A little off?
It's not necessarily off time, but it's a little bit off rhythm, right?
It's like too fast?
What's up?
Like a too fast, kind of?
No, you're perfectly in time. The timing is perfect. But the rhythm is off. So the rhythm goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Right? Try that.
All right.
Much better.
Okay.
Now, we're just trying to, copy the rhythm. Now, I'm not saying that the previous rhythm was necessarily bad, because, I want you to be able to, come up with similar rhythms, too. Not exactly the rhythm all the time, but sometimes. And it's important that you're able to create the exact rhythm, right? But then it's also important that you're able to branch off and create similar rhythms. So you want to do it exactly and a little bit differently, and maybe even try to combine other rhythms that maybe aren't quite so much like that, but be able to weave them in, okay?
Okay.
So it's a little bit advanced, but, instead of thinking of like a guitar player, you want to think like a drummer.
Okay.
When you do that, you're going to be way ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Did you hear how just these stupid little simple notes that I was playing? The 1, the 3, and the 5. We got 3 notes, right? But it sounds like it works. Like it was meant to be there almost.
Yeah.
It's only because I'm drumming it.
Yeah, so you're just drumming in your head or stomping your foot?
Well, in class where you've got those kids with the pencils that make those stupid little beats, beatboxers even. Yeah. Well, they're making beats. All you got to do with music is just make beats.
Yeah. All right,
so let's try that.
Once I start strumming. But...
Yeah, well, you kind of just use the pick and just kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. And you could do it on single string, you could do it on 2 strings, you could bounce between 2 notes and get that same rhythm. You know, just try to keep that somewhat consistent for a little bit, and then you can branch off from there. You want to try again, sort of, you know, a halfway point here, and just kind of keep trying that rhythm there.
Are you muting the strings, or I don't have to worry about that right now?
Well, I'm muting the strings, but you don't have to worry about that right now.
So just like pluck it how I'm strumming it.
Yeah. Try to do it on a single string if you can. That'll help with the string issue. You know, it's just kind of like.
Okay.
You see how I'm slightly altering it too? It's not always the same, but it follows those general guides, skeleton.
All right.
It's good. Here it's a little different. Nice. So that was way better, right?
Yeah, that felt way better.
Yeah, it matches it. Now, of course, you kind of realize if you use the same rhythm for too long, you know, like in rap songs or like in these backing tracks, you use the same rhythm for way too long, well, it gets a little boring. So you want to try to switch it up a little bit. But you were kind of doing there in the end. You were kind of like, you know, putting spaces in there. One great way to change the rhythm is to just wait a space so that you get a slightly different rhythm. Yeah. So this is pretty cool. And I think you also tried playing some chords in there as well. You could do this with again.
I tried earlier, yeah.
Yeah, just putting, you know, instead of just playing one note, you play 2. And it works just like that, right?
Yeah.
Simple. All right, so let's try the hard one now. Let's go to B diminished, and let's see what we can do.
We can do this.
It's gonna be pretty much the same principles.
Okay.
The shape is slightly different. If we go back to our little triad octaves diagram here, can you see my screen here?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the minor shape, is like this, the black dots here. But instead of the 5 being here, the 5 would be here for diminished. So you're going to use the middle finger, index, pinky, middle, just like that.
Middle finger.
And this should be on the 7th fret. Something like that.
Oh, yeah. So where would I start that?
7th fret. Over here. And
Got it.
keep in mind that the 5th is now going to be, well, the next one is not going to be directly underneath the 5 here. It's going to be, you know, diagonal, basically.
Gotcha. And this applies to any other key.
Yeah, so when we say like minor, the shape is going to remain consistent for all minor keys. If we say major, the shape's going to remain consistent for all major keys. And if we say diminished, it's going to remain consistent for all diminished keys. However, for the purposes of what we're studying right now, we're going to stick with the A, D, and E minor, C, F, and G major, and the B diminished. And these are going to be the things that I want you to memorize and master. Once you've got these down, it's going to be really easy to switch it around.
Alright. Let me think. What's a diminished chord?
Well, a diminished chord is exactly like what you see here. Instead of having the fifth right here, the fifth is here. And because that happens, remember, anytime that you play 2 or 3 notes together with these little triads, you're playing the chord. So that's the difference, is instead of the 5 being here, the 5 is there. That's the difference between diminished and the minor. That's it. So instead of having like nice chords that sound like nice chords like that sound normal, yeah, they're minor chord, B minor, it's gonna sound all twisted up and weird like this. And that's the diminished.
Okay.
Just because the 5 is this slightly shifted down.
Wait a minute.
And for the major, right, the major, we have the 3 that's shifted up. Right? So this really helps you to understand, like, what chords are and how to build them. Because you really only have 3 general, I mean, there's more chords, but there's, like, basic chords. There's really only 2, maybe the third, which would be this diminished here. But there's generally only 2 foundational chord shapes, major and minor, right? And there it is. That's how you build it. Off of this little triangle.
Okay.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that is weird.
There's more positions, like where I'm just showing you the triangle. There's 100 different ways to play it on the guitar, and like 300 at least different combinations. But you don't have to like memorize that. You have to just be able to derive it, like the formulas in math. You just understand what it means, and then you can build it yourself.
Yeah, I got you.
Right. So let's play around with the diminished here. See if you can go up and down the scale real quick.
Okay.
This can be on the 7th fret right here. 9 for the next one. And then 12.
Oh, that's different.
That's the B string, right? The 12 is the B string.
Yeah.
And on the what's the 12th fret of the B string? What letter is that?
12th fret.
12th fret of the B string.
It's a C.
C?
That's B.
That's the B, right? Because again, at the 12th fret, everything repeats. So if it's 0, 12 is going to be the same number.
Okay.
So B is right there on 12. And then the final B, the last corner. Should be able to find it on your first try without guessing.
Yeah, I couldn't find that.
How do you do it?
Um,
It's this thing here called the 4 corners. The
Okay.
4 corners. What is that again?
What's
What's the first corner of B? The first note. Now, can you play that same note on the first string on the other side of the guitar? First string on the in the same fret.
first string? Wait, I'm confused.
The same fret, right?
Uh-huh.
But you have 2 strings. The E string, because they're both E strings, right?
Yeah.
So those are the first 2 corners. Where do you think? Remember, we were talking the 12 frets that are repeating, right? So where's the next 2 corners of B?
That'd be like 5 down from here? Nah.
Well, okay. Tell me which dot this is. Can you count the dots on this side, on the low side again?
So I'm counting 1, 2.
Which dot is it?
3.
Yeah, it's the third dot. So let's go past the 12th fret, and we're gonna count 3 dots. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
There you go. So those are the 4 corners of B.
Okay.
Nice. So just one of them, that last one. All right, great. So you want to try it with the backing track here now?
Yeah, sure.
It's always going to be the same general idea that we kind of want to stick with the rhythm a little bit, try to make similar rhythms to that as well, and throw in some chords and stuff. I mean, that's about as complicated as you can get with the 3 notes we're playing with.
Yeah. Alright. See what I can do. How's the volume?
It's good. Be careful there.
Oh, I see what I did.
Can you match this rhythm?
What rhythm? This
Can
one?
you match this one?
Which one?
You know how there's like sort of the drum beat in the background, but then did you notice how there were like little things playing on top?
Yeah.
So those things that are playing on top also repeat. If you can catch on to the rhythm of those like little melodies that you hear, just catch on it. I think it was da na na da na na da na na down down down. You can catch on to that rhythm. You can play with that too, so you can switch between those 2 rhythms. Think
So
about
the rhythm I'm doing that one?
Yeah. So kind of switch between those rhythms. Think about everything in music is gonna be like 80% rhythmic based, 100% rhythms. Okay, 80%, right? 80% focus on the rhythm. What's the rhythm? What's the rhythm? What's the rhythm? What's the rhythm? How do you change that rhythm? How do you follow the new rhythm? How do you combine rhythms? You switch between rhythms, between one and the other, right? You're a drummer. Forget about guitar. You're a drummer.
Okay.
Keep listening to the beat. Keep changing the beat. Focus on the beat. Let's try. Let's keep trying.
Alright, good.
Careful that 5 there.
What's up?
Careful that 5 there.
Yeah, I always forget that.
All good. Here's another one.
Another one? Here's
Here's
one?
another rhythm. Do you hear it? Yeah.
Like that?
Kind of like that.
Oh.
Nice, nice. So this is way better, right? Like, just I know that the notes sound a little funny, but to me, I don't really mind that stuff yet. We're not focusing too much on what it's gonna sound like yet, because
Yeah,
your
that sounds
ears.
wild.
What's up?
Yeah, the notes do sound pretty whack.
It's only because you don't know what the note's gonna sound like before you play
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
So you're just guessing, and
Mhm.
that's fine, you know. But you can predict the rhythm.
Yeah.
You know, you
True.
can't predict the notes yet, but you can predict the rhythm.
So you think eventually I'll be able to like just sound out the note before I hit it?
Sure.
Man, that's
Just
pretty
gotta have the right exercises for that.
cool. Yeah.
Or enough time passes. Generally, people tend to get what it sounds like somewhat. But there are
Okay.
exercises. Yeah, we're gonna do that stuff. Don't worry. Now that was really good. Great. So now I would want to now that we've sort of covered that again here. I can give you a couple more points here because we're getting pretty decent on this. I would say at least about a 6, maybe even like a 7 here, but I want to just sort of give you a 6 for now so that you practice a little bit more on that. Try the other tracks. Make sure to play along with these tracks, because if you do it sort of by yourself, you don't, like, you can do that. That's totally fine. But
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, kind of.
yeah, you don't really get that whole like rhythmic concept and playing along with improvising with music and stuff. So they're both good. You know, I don't want to tell you not to play by yourself, because that's great. But with the music is going to help as well. A little bit better with the music in the early stages. Once you get more experience, playing without the music is going to be better for you.
Okay.
All right, so let's go back here and take a look at one of these songs that I wanted to cover. And I do want to cover as many, like, these early songs are really easy, but I want to just go through them because I want to make sure that I want to sort of see you learning songs and stuff a bit. Once we get towards, this section here, it's going to be a lot harder. So I just want to make sure we cover the first couple of easy ones first. Right?
Got you.
Let's take a look at Canon Rock. This one is an important concept, and that concept is rhythm to lead. Okay, that's going to be number 3 here. I don't know if I have to unlock that here for you. I might have to do that. Let me check here. You probably only see level 2 right there right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just go here like this. So Sky 3. What's that? Now, in order to see that, you're probably gonna have to log out and then log back in again.
Okay.
We got the new level there.
Let's see, new level.
Should be minor.
Level 3?
What's that?
Level 3?
Yeah, level 3 right there. Should be the Canon Rock song.
Yep.
Awesome. Let's go and click the lesson notes down here. And we'll take a look at what the tab tells us. Alright, so we have this tab here. And, There's some funny scribbles down here. Yeah, let's see if this pertains. I mean, okay, I guess I like the funny scribbles. This is a really important concept. This is what I call the backwards pyramid.
Okay.
All right, so when you're learning a song, the process people tend to go through is they start on, we're going to call this part A, B, C, and D, right? So they start on the first part A, and they focus on getting that pretty well. And then, maybe they'll add on part B, and then they'll start playing, both of those two pretty well. And then maybe they'll add on part C, try playing all three of those pretty well. And then they'll add on part D and try playing it all together, right?
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense. Well, the thing is, generally, people tend to make mistakes once they kind of somewhat learn most of it. They tend to make mistakes and then start over again from the beginning. Does that ever happen to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so you keep starting over from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
How often does that happen?
When I'm doing songs? Oh, a lot.
A lot. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can think of this like a balance beam, okay? When you do that, what's going to happen is your part A becomes extremely good. You're never going to make a mistake in the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
The mistake doesn't come until maybe halfway through or near the end, right? Yeah. Okay. So, well, again, the balance now is... I guess it's this, I don't know, whatever, this way. It's going to be super heavy towards A.
Yeah.
All right, so you can see it's just like smashing down the A. And then your D is going to be really weak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you agree with this, right?
Yeah.
So how do we reverse that?
Just play it through no matter what.
Well, see, if you do that, let's go. I actually have something about that. Do you see my screen, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to click on the practicing strategies here. It's called repetition frequency. That's what I call it. You teach enough people, you come up with your own little theories like this. So essentially, if this is the first, this is what you said. You can play it all the way through, play it all the way through, play it all the way through. But what tends to happen there is you, if you do it that way, there's kind of this weird rule or this law that you remember the beginning really well and the end pretty well, but you tend to forget the middle part. Or it's just kind of the way things are, right? It's kind of hard to start like in the middle of it.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, it's better obviously than this, but it's still not really quite what we want. Okay. So, how do we get that to work? And in order to that, let's do the memory techniques. I think this is the one, right? Yeah. I call this the pyramid. All right. And the pyramid. Okay, this is how you notice how this pyramid is slanted all the way to the E side.
Yeah.
All right. The way that we're going to do this is once you've kind of somewhat got this reasonably, the best thing to do, let's just kind of go back to what we're learning right here. The best thing to do is start at the end.
Of a song?
Yeah, start at the end of the song and play the last part.
Okay.
Then take a step back, start a little bit earlier, and start playing from part C all the way to D to the end, right? So now you're focusing on the end. And then you take another step back and you start playing from B, so now you play to the end. So now what happens is the repetitions on D become a lot bigger. The repetitions on C become bigger. And the B becomes, a little bit less, but it's still there. And then you now start from A, and bam, it's going to counter that sway that naturally happens. It always naturally goes like this. So the best strategy is to counter that by starting from the end and playing it somewhat backwards.
Okay.
All right, we're going to go through this strategy several times in different songs, but if it's short enough, like, you don't really have to do it too much, but, we'll see if we need it for this particular, we're probably going to need it for this. So let's just kind of start here with the first chord, right here on the 5. You might want to get like a distortion on this a little bit, but you know, it's not really a big deal. Not a big deal. I'm gonna throw it on here. Here's the first one, right there, 5 and 7. You know how to play that?
What is that?
You see that little 5, 7 right there?
Yeah, I have no clue how to read tabs.
Yeah, let's figure that out. So if you put your guitar flat, like this, right in front of you,
Yep.
or even twist it up a little bit so it's kind of like backwards, it's gonna match up to the strings. Okay, so the small string is on top.
Okay.
That making sense there? So when you twist it back, the big string is down here at the bottom,
Okay.
and the small string is up here.
Got you.
Okay, so with that in mind, you know what a power chord is?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a power chord off the 5th fret, 5th string.
Okay.
Well, you're playing the power chord off the 6th string, which would be this one here.
Oh, we're talking about strings. Oh, okay. It's string.
5th string, 5th fret.
Where? Fifth string, fifth fret. What does that mean though? Like, fifth string?
Your index finger is going to go on string 5. Notice up here, right? You see how it's this one here? You know how to count strings?
Yeah.
String 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the bottom one. 6 is the big one. 1 is the small one.
Index finger on. That's something different.
So your index finger needs to be on the A string, right?
Yeah, it's on the A string.
Okay. 5th fret, right?
5th fret, yeah.
Fret 5.
Uh-huh. Oh my god, dude, my brain's really foggy right now. I'm sticking my ring finger. Alright.
There you go.
Alright.
Awesome. So you see how, like, when you line your fingers up, it's going to be 5 and 7 there, right? String 5s and string 4, 5 and 7. Index ring.
5 and 7.
Mm-hmm. You see how it matches up with your fingers? 5, 7.
We're talking about frets.
Yeah. So you see how your finger is playing fret 5 and the other finger's playing fret 7, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it matches up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now, let's take a look at this one here. This is, which string is that?
That will be 5.
Not quite.
String number 5, right?
Remember, it's opposite.
8. Oh, 2.
2, string 2. This is the second smallest.
Uh-huh.
And that's going to be on fret 8. So, let's go find that. Should be right here. Okay, and then the next note is fret 7. So you're going to play that same string here, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to be the ring finger this time, so pinky ring.
Dude, I don't know why I can't understand this right now.
Well, it says 8 and 7, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's on the, you notice how it's on the same line?
Yeah.
So that means it's on the same string, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so all you got to do is just play fret 8 and fret 7 on the second string. Awesome. So now let's play the chord and those 2 notes. Nice. Now, which fingers do you think you should be using for this? It's not going to tell you what fingers to use.
I was thinking, let's see. Like middle finger on 8 and index finger on 7.
How about pinky and ring?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Awesome. So let's head to the next chord here, which you can see is the same type of power chord, right? It's still 5 and 7, but this one is...
On the lower strings? Like
lower string. Yeah, there you go. All right. Now we're back to the same string over here, right? The second one. But now it's fret 5, 7, right?
Okay.
So let's play those 2 notes. Awesome. Which fingers?
I'm thinking index and ring.
Nice. Good. So let's just switch between these two things. We got the first one and the second one. Nice. Easy, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to the next thing here, which is a 4 and a 2. So let's try to figure out which string it's on.
1, 2. Let's see. So
This is string 5 here, yeah?
should be something like.
Second fret, right?
Oh yeah, the number's in the second fret. Yeah. Okay. And 4.
There you go. 2 and a 4, that's the power chord, right? Nice. And of course, we're going back to that same second string down here. It's all on the same string here, right? This says 2 and a 3 now, so we just play nice and slow like that. Yeah, so we just put that together. Just like that. Well, yeah. Cool. So, let's put those 3 together. Nice. And then the next section here is going to be on the lower strings again. 4 2 or 2 4 really. All right. Now notice here we're just going to lift up the index finger to play the 0. Nice. And here's the rhythm for that. Here, put your finger back down over here. Here's the rhythm again. That's good. This is just the index finger coming off here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Try it again.
So the index finger coming off the second fret.
Right.
And am I strumming the E string when it comes off?
Yeah, yeah. So you're still doing a 2 4, and then the 0 4 0 4 2 4. Nice. Okay, that sounds good. All right, so let's just go from this little piece right here, which was. Nice. Let's try one more time. All right, let's go back to the beginning and play all of it.
Okay.
Nice. Well, from there, we're going to slide our fingers up 1 fret and go from 2 to the 3, right? So let's just do that. Sort of. You don't really want to slide, you're just going to shift up.
Okay.
The 5 3 6 chord. Yeah. All right, now we got 3 chords. This one, and this one. All right, so try to figure out what these chords are. We already got that one.
Yeah, this one.
How about this one?
That it?
Sounds like you played this one. Are we playing that red one?
Wait. So when it says 5 4,
Mm-hmm.
something's supposed to be on the 4th fret.
Yeah. So let's try to figure out from the bottom here the 4. Which string is that?
G.
It's the G string. So let's go find the 4th fret on the G strings here. And the other one is the 5 right on top of it.
Yeah.
You got it. Which fingers? Index, middle, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Suppose you could do it other ways, but that's the way I'm doing it here. Yeah. Who knows?
What? Wait.
What was that chord again?
What was that?
There you go. Nice. And then the next chord is basically, it's the first chord again, isn't it? 7/5?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, so let's put those 3 chords together. 1. Nice. Let's play that forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards means like this. Alright, I'd recommend to play with the index and middle on that middle chord.
Alright.
Nice. Alright, very good. So, let's go from one section before that, which was this one. Notice how now we're reverting to the pyramid strategy. Notice how we've sort of been doing that. We're going to take one step back, starting from here, and play until there. Alright, let's take one step back from there. It's fun to play. Nice. And from the beginning, real quick.
Alright. Yeah, that sounds right?
Yep. Second fret. Alright, that's good enough. Let's head over to the next section. So starting from that red chord there, we're going to play those 3 notes after 8, 7, and 5. It's very similar to the very first fret. Now look at that. It's 5, 7, 8, and 7. But instead of stopping on the 8, 7, we're going to add one more note, 8, 7, 5.
Okay. I gotta memorize the frets better.
Right. Which fingers? I think you got it right. Pinky, ring, index, so?
Pinky, ring, index?
Okay. So let's play the chord. Alright. So we're going to actually learn the last part here. So we're going to play first. Let's just do the... Okay. I don't know. Let's start back from here. These 3 chords and these 3 notes. Let's try that. This whole section in dark red.
Whole section in dark red.
These 3 chords here, these 3 notes. Yeah. 3 chords and 3 notes.
Alright.
Let's try that one more time. Okay, doing good, man. So you see, this song's kind of cool to practice because it's gonna give you rhythm to lead. You have to keep switching back and forth. See?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's good to do that because in guitar, that's like one of the coolest things ever.
Mhm.
All right, so let's take a look at the last section here. It's gonna be the 3-5 thing here, and let's just play these two chords, the 3 and the 5. Awesome. In between those two chords, you're now going to play these notes. So let's only play the notes here. So only these 3 notes here. 4, 6, 7, 8. So on the 3rd string. Just so you could see where these notes are. Okay, and then switch the other side there. You see how they overlap?
Yeah.
Play it a few more times, just like that. Alright, now let's throw those 2 chords that we had over here. We're going to do it twice on each one, okay? Alright, so just this last little section.
Alright. That.
Nice, let's try it again.
Gee. Wait, what am I doing? Alright.
3rd string. There you go, back and forth between those 2. Awesome. Now let's throw in the previous chord, which was this one from the red chord. 5 here. Jesus. It requires a little bit of accuracy.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's try it again. Alright, so one more time. Very good. Okay, so now let's start from the 3 chords here and go all the way to the end. Continue.
Oh,
there.
go all the way down. Alright.
Yeah. Nice. Let's take one step back and start from our, well, let's start from here, this section. Keep in mind that it requires 2 strums here. 4, 0, 0, 2. Here we go. Yeah, nice.
Okay.
Keep it going. And from there, we start over from the beginning. Let's go through the whole thing.
Okay.
Real quick here. That's right. Next fret down. Right. You got it, man. It's the next one here.
Alright. Is it, oh yeah. Is that it?
One more little section. 5 here. You're gonna require 3 of these, like chord, 3 notes, chord, 3 notes, chord, 3 notes. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, that was it. Oh, you got it.
Oh,
Keep
wait,
going,
I
keep going.
forgot.
One more.
Am I hitting the right power chord?
Yep.
Wait, I'm so off.
All right. Well, here's the thing, though, man. I really got to run here because we got it's really close to the next lesson here. So try to keep working on this here. You've seen the
Yeah,
strategy that we use here by sort of starting towards the end. If you're gonna go back and relearn this, start at the last section, just the last 3 notes here. Now,
Okay.
as we keep sort of doing different songs and stuff, we'll use different strategies. It's mostly going to be this strategy here, so it's a very powerful strategy. But there's some other strategies, like for example, the order of endings, or flipping, or quilting. I know I have weird names, but they're strategies.
All right.
So as we check those out, yeah, you'll get those other strategies. But try to do this here. You see, it's like a sort of a technical challenge. You got to be able to switch between chords and lead. You're doing pretty well on the physical part, but what we want to do is also play that along with the recording that I have here for us. So this little recording here. So that will help us to establish what score you get, and then that way we can push forward. That sound good?
All right, yeah,
All right,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Should have no problem with these first early songs. They're pretty easy, right?
Okay, yeah.
And short too.
Yeah.
I tend to keep the songs really short, so they're not going to take too long. But if they do take a long time, that's just because we got to be able to physically play it, right?
Yeah,
But this
yeah.
one was really fast. You got it down really quickly.
Okay. Yeah, I
Awesome.
got the first 2 ones.
Yeah. All right, man. So we'll go ahead and call it.